All right, so we're here with Michael Bisping. So you've been with the Wolf Slayer for a while now, and you've been training with Mario Sukata. What do you think he adds to your training session?
Well, obviously, Mario's background is MMA and jiu-jitsu. In England, when I first started training at the Wolf Slayer, I thought I had a good ground game. You know, I thought I was pretty good. I did well against other guys in England. You know, I went to the Wolf Slayer and started training with Mario, and I realised that my ground game was pretty bad, to be honest. Obviously, you know, Mario's got such a big background in mixed martial arts. It just adds so much, you know. The training, the experience, you know, everything. If you've got any questions, Mario's always got an answer, you know. And he's just brought my ground game onto a whole nother level. And not just my ground game, not just my jiu-jitsu, my MMA skills, my awareness of, you know, the MMA game, you know. And because he's been there and he's done it, you know, you trust what he says, you know. He'll show you stuff that works, you know, he won't show you stuff that doesn't work, you know. A lot of teachers have a lot of techniques, you know, but they don't necessarily work in a fight, and you might end up getting your head punched in. But, you know, obviously with Mario, he's been there, he knows what works, and it gives you confidence, you know, in a fight to try those things. So, yeah, he's just really brought my skills on, you know, immensely.
All right. So what are the two strongest qualities do you observe in your next opponent?
My next opponent, Dan Miller, he obviously, well, his two strongest abilities are his jiu-jitsu and his wrestling. On top of that, I'd say he's always in good shape, and he's got good cardio. He's always in good shape, and he seems quite tough. But I'd say his main thing is his jiu-jitsu, because he's submitted quite a few opponents. And his wrestling, he's good at getting guys to the ground to use his jiu-jitsu. I think you find a lot of jiu-jitsu guys, they're just good at jiu-jitsu, but they're not too great at getting them to the ground. Dan Miller is good at jiu-jitsu, but he's also good at getting them to the ground, so that makes him quite dangerous.
Alright, so which type of opponent do you prefer more? The opponent that kind of trash talks before fights, or is kind of more respectful and kind of just waits to bring it out in the cage?
You know, I don't really have a preference, you know. I mean, this time it's been quite nice. Dan Miller hasn't talked any trash, you know. He's been very respectful, and I've got a lot of respect for him for that. So it's been good, you know. I've just been able to get him with my training. But that said, you know, when there's a little bit of trash talk, and, you know, a lot of people seem to think it's always me that starts the trash talk, and, you know, it's not, honestly. But people say things about me, so then I just respond. You know, I honestly keep it quiet, you know, but then I read something in the press, or I see on YouTube that they've been saying bad things about me, and then I just respond, and I feel I have a right to respond. I suppose trash talk's sometimes good, because, you know, it helps to hype the fight and sell the fight, you know, but I prefer to keep it respectful. You know, I have respect for all martial artists, and all respect for all guys that have the you know, what it takes to get in there and compete in front of people. It's not an easy thing, so I respect all fighters and all martial artists. But you know, I prefer to keep it respectful. But I suppose sometimes a little bit of trash talk can make it more exciting.
So would you say that you're more motivated by the trash talk, or does it matter? Does it go either way?
Yeah, I don't think it really matters, to be honest. You know, I mean, I suppose sometimes if a guy's been talking trash, you know, you might want to try that extra little bit hard. But for me, you know, winning is very important. I'm very competitive. You know, I train very hard at the Wolf Slayer. Mario and all the team, they push me very hard, and, you know, everyone puts a lot of time and effort in. So for myself, for my team, and for my family, you know, I want to win. I want to win the fight with all my heart. You know, so a little bit of trash talking doesn't, you know, give me extra incentive. I have all the incentive and motivation I need.
All right. On to a new subject. What did you think about the rematch of Shogun and Machida?
I thought Shogun did an amazing job. You know, I mean, Machida's a fantastic martial artist, and you know, his karate has proven to be very useful. But you know, Shogun shut him down. I think this is in no disrespect in no way disrespecting Machida, but he does hold his chin quite high in the air. You know, and if you hold your chin high in the air, you know, as I know from experience, you know, eventually you're going to get caught and get knocked out. You know, because you're making it a bigger target. And Machida's style, his chin is a little bit high up there, and Shogun did a great job. Shogun hit him with a punch and knocked him out. You know, it's mixed martial arts. You know, it does happen.
As a fight fan, is there any fantasy fights you would like to see in the octagon? You know, matchups that you would like to see?
As a fight fan, I know there's possibility talk of GSP versus Anderson Silva. I don't think the fight will ever happen, but I'd be quite interested to see that fight, see how it plays out. My money would be on Anderson Silva all day, by the way. And that would be the telephone. This could be my agent offering my next movie role.
It's not.
And you hung up.
No, I just.
Ah,
I know who it was.
That was.
It was Damien.
Terminator 4. Rise of the mixed martial artists.
So my last question for today is: can you leave a brief message to all your Brazilian fans?
Just want to say to anybody in Brazil who watches myself fight, thank you very much for tuning in and watching. Thank you for cheering me on. You know, big thanks to everyone at the Wolf Slayer, Mario Sucata, all my coaches, and as I said, thanks for tuning in and watching me fight. And I hope to bring you many exciting fights. And thank you again.